Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead, and I'm back with some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 3 Trials and Tribulations, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so last time, a lot of stuff happened. We went to a temple. Temple was kind of cool, but Phoenix's ex-girlfriend was there possibly. Anyway, they sent Maya into an icy little cave that had a picture of her mom in it, and she was like kind of crying a bit. We don't know why the picture was there. Anywho, so that all happened, and then the bridge that she crossed to get there burned down. Phoenix fell into the river. He survived because he's a tank. Let me think what else. Oh yeah, Larry's here. He's drawing pictures for a lady that died because she was murdered. And this nun is a bikini. And also, oh yeah, Phoenix's ex-girlfriend is the potential culprit. She probably is the culprit. Anyway, yeah. Then, after Phoenix took a dump in the river, they called Edgeworth, and Edgeworth is here now to cover the investigation while Gumshoe is helping him. Well, I mean, quote-unquote, help, you know? So anyway, we're talking to the bikini lady. First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training.
Hey, Lois. I need to get better doing the Peter voice. Hold on, it's...
Hey, Quagmire. Where the hell are we?
Holy crap, Lois. I'm getting there, alright.
After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? Okay, I think the audio's fine. Alright. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left here. The training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channel and dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Oh, sorry. Sometime around 11 o'clock, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here?
Well, the way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason. Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 11 o'clock.
No, Arrow, no, the title should have been Push Me to the Edge, description worth. Oh, that would have been better! Shit! That would have actually been much funnier. Welcome to the stream, Firewall. How you doing? I've been doing just fine, Firewall. How you doing?
Must have been past 11 o'clock. No! I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Wait. Hey there, pal. That's the Gumshoe voice. Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie. It's a clip-on.
I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back. With a sword.
Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing. But it was Iris.
Oh, yeah, shocking. Honestly, I think the bigger twist would be if she wasn't the killer. Again, this is past the point that I played in, the first time I played it. I have no actual idea how this turns out. You must have been quite shocked.
Of course she was. By putting yourself in her shoes.
It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom. Like you've dreamt of multiple times. Oh god. And I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. When I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed. I screamed, and then I passed out.
Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
Unnatural.
Not even Edgeworth is immune to the solid snake virus. My god. Alright.
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the Acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back?
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. You remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass.
Well, wouldn't that make it easier to stand up? Because your back won't let you, like, bend over? I probably ought to learn about human biology at some point. Anyway.
I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that except that time that I did, which is this time. That's why I ordered Iris to go to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
You don't know what's going to happen in this chapter, right? I don't know where this goes, actually. Yeah, that's... I am basically doing this blind. Actually, I've been doing basically this whole game blind, except for the first, like, chapter with, Phoenix in college. Other than that, I know nothing. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try to get some more details. What did you think of Star Wars The Acolyte? So who is this Acolyte that was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say.
Oh god, we're rhyming again!
And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course, I went and abandoned her. Didn't even leave her a horse.
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit in a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit.
Sister Bikini, where are the rest of the acolytes? Oh, they're in the back with the rest of the assets that were never drawn. Yeah, they're right behind me. She gestures to the empty space right behind her. Oh, man. In fairness, I do think she at one point said that she only has Sister Iris there as the other person, so I think there's that, but like, the idea of them being like, yeah, this place is full of people, and there's no one there.
Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
I've seen that in a lot of, like, visual novels, actually, where they'll be like, oh man, this place is packed, and they show literally no one else in the background. I get why you might not want to draw more stuff on the existing background, but like, you know, come on, I feel like that's a basic thing to just draw some silhouettes of people.
Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh dear, there's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
You know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister.
No, Pearl's her cousin, I believe. Maya has a little sister. Oh, you mean Little Pearl. It's Maya Fey's cousin. There it is. This temple is full of people. It's just that the background artists weren't informed. Those who cannot see the people are either stupid or unfit for their job, just like that thing with the clothes. Little Pearl?
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we finished with dinner cleanup, but I haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
I'm imagining the rest of the acolytes are still sitting on blocks of ice, still chanting, oh, that's the special course. You gotta really pray for that one. A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone? As they say, the plot thickens. We have to show her something. This is Iris's hood. Actually, yeah, I probably should look over my, my whatchamacallit, my evidence, just to make sure I don't have something that I can show her. Laurice Dunim, and her real name is absolutely going to be Sue. I still stand by that. Oh. How could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault. Now that I think about it, how many murders has Phoenix covered that he wasn't personally there to basically see happen? Because I feel like almost every time there's a new case, at least in the later games, Phoenix is like 10 feet away from wherever it's happening, and it's basically like a Danganronpa thing of like, oh my god, someone just got murdered! And Phoenix is like, uh-oh. At least he found employment for the next probably 10 minutes. Oh, come on, lady. I don't think you need to take all the blame yourself.
Quiet. What do you know anyway?
Ouch. You're scary. Speaking of background artists, you know how shows hide little Easter eggs and references in the backgrounds? Were the artist told to draw those references, or was that up to the artist? That's honestly a good question. I feel like sometimes it's like up to the source material. Like there was a bit of this one show called Tonikaku Kawaii, where at some points they show silhouettes of like characters from other things. One of which being Chiaki and Hajime from Danganronpa. They just show like a silhouette that's shaped exactly like them as characters. But I think that reference was in the manga, but there are also other things that pop up and it's like, oh, this is clearly just done by the director because they thought it would be funny. I think it kind of comes down to, just how okay the original creators are with inputting other references and what they can really get away with in terms of, you know, things without getting sued.
With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours? It's too bad that you aren't the one that disappeared.
Okay, Bikini, chill. Why does she have to take it all out on me? The anger does seem a little manufactured. Let's see, You said you went with Mai to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training.
Oh? Oh, I thought it was Psycholock. Alright. Psycholock. But that doesn't fit with Iris's story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As they say, the plot thickens. Yeah, we get it, Gumshoe. Shut up. Okay, maybe Maya?
She's a very important visitor, you know. An honored acolyte.
Honored? How so?
The Fey name is synonymous with the Kurain channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed.
Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the Kurain channeling technique. Detective, I detest talk of supernatural drivel. I suppose now you'll say she has midi-chlorians? I never saw Phantom Menace, sir. Then how did you know what midi-chlorians were? Okay, now see, that is a... Speaking of references, I now wonder what the joke was in the Japanese version, unless it was literally just the midi-chlorians thing. Because that feels a little too specific to just not have, you know? Ho ho ho! So it gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? That's got nothing to do with it. Actually, yeah, we need to figure out where Pearl is.
Oh, this poor girl. Where could she have gone?
Well, we checked out her home and she's not there. Not sure how she would have gotten there, considering she usually just walks everywhere, but... oh well.
And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either.
Which means... there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. It is admittedly a push joke, I bet, yeah. Ah, you think she maybe fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Why do you have to be such a pessimist, detective? I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic. I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. But I get it. Honestly, I'll do the same thing if I was in charge of a translation. Yeah, though I do then wonder what exactly the joke was. Also, what's this piece of paper? There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like an old manila envelope. Yeah! Are you scared of manila envelopes, Gumshoe? What is it, Detective? This could be it! An ultra-important clue! A super special clue! I suppose I should read it myself, then. It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't read. Oh my god. The idea of Gumshoe saying that, it's somewhat plausible, but at the same time, I feel like I just feel bad for him at that point. You're an ultra-important prosecutor. A super-duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Seems pretty important. What's this? With the... Oh, it's a warmed cat box! But where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh! Look at all these ancient straw frisbees! Those are a type of zabuton cushions called Enza. Why are you giving me such a hard time, Mr. Edgeworth? Why? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, Detective. Let's see, can I move anywhere else in the temple? Well, this is clearly a murder scene. I can't recall there ever being such a large amount of blood in an Ace Attorney game. And this is where the moida took place, sir. I'm sure the Japanese version referenced a show that the West has no way of knowing, so they chose midichlorian as a substitute. Yeah, I guess that would work. Unless they just really like Star Wars in Japanese, and it's just like... midichlorian. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck? I know Star Wars is at least known about in Japan, but like... I don't know how popular it is there, or at the very least how popular the prequels are. So I almost always prefer localizations over direct translations because they almost never make sense. I agree, especially in the context of this game. This game does such a good job with localizing jokes that I feel like, regardless of how you feel on the issue of like, oh, translate it, or, you know, localize it, this is fucking great. Ace Attorney is fantastic. Dick Gumshoe is the greatest localization name of all time. There will never be a thing that beats it. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating. Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun Iris at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word and I now must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own. It's almost lost in translation anyway, that you might as well change the joke to make it make sense in English. Yeah, might as well. I agree with that. You got it, sir. I'll just make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yes, you do that, detective. You do that, detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? Let's see. The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Dunim. Her entire past up until she won the writing award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 o'clock and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by a murder weapon. The murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building. A 2-story building? That would be around the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth! That just happens to be the room that Elise Dunim was staying in. Good thing we got a body out of the snow, or else it would have freezed Dunim. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. No, the sword had to stay in place. The murder weapon. What is a murder? What is a murder, detective? A murder, detective. Now then, detective, let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they'd finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. Walk, 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 walk. At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had to take over while she went. When she got there, Bikini had to take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. I'm just noticing Gumshoe's pecs like Jesus. Yeah, this guy's probably ripped. I like to imagine though that when he goes to the beach, he doesn't wear like a swim trunks. He wears like one of those old timey like swim outfits that covers most of his body, like the stripes and all that. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. The murder weapon. Murder. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall. The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if he was Elise Dunim. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest. I intend to appear in the court in the role of a defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why. And I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yes, he certainly would remember my face even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance you won't remember me at all. How do you prefer your translations, to be localized or direct? It depends. I feel like I kind of like direct as long as it's not too esoteric with regards to what it's talking about. The one exception to that being the Monogatari series. The Monogatari series, like, there's so much that goes into the puns they make in Japanese that if they were to try to localize it, I just don't think it would really work that well. Granted, I haven't read the translated light novels, I've just seen the anime for it. But it's one of those things where I feel like it would be too hard to try to make it make sense in English and also with what you're being shown. So there's that, but there's also times where, like this, I feel like the localization kind of works better just because it's funnier to me. I feel like it just does a good job of getting all the jokes across in a way that makes sense to my American brain. Which, coincidentally, is basically a lizard running on a wheel inside of my head. Not even coincidentally, that's just by happenstance, that's what it is. Anyway. We've only met each other once, and there's a good chance you won't remember me at all. Well, yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull. I'll pull your string if you're not careful, Gumshoe. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of the bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing? The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be alright, Maya. In the investigation games, Edgeworth gets stuck with Gumshoe for a portion of the game, and all Edgeworth does is talk shit every time Gumshoe opens his mouth. Yeah, that does seem the Edgeworth way. Hey, Kage, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Let's see, what can I present to him? Actually, wait, let's examine some stuff. What's this? It looks like a wizard staff. It belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Donim. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah! Listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? I found a really cool stick that you could use. Yes? What? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone else about this. Alright. Truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. I believe you, Gumshoe. I believe you. Alright. Gumshoe inhales. Edgeworth. Detective, you gangly uncoordinated simpleton. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? That's it. This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victim's. Victim's staff added to the court record. You're a wizard, Dick. You are a wizard, Dick. That's why commas are important. You're a wizard, Dick, and you're a wizard, Dick are two different things. Wait, guys, we can do the Edgeworth thing with the stepladder. The mansion gate must be just over that stone wall. Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. I don't even know what that means, so yeah. Guess Edgeworth has nothing to say about the stepladder. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon. Sure is. It's called the Shichishito, by the way, sir. By the way, nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood? Yep. It's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, Maggie and I have decided to get married. Hey, could you imagine? There are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shichishito too. Dick, did you put your name in the goblet of evidence? Dumbledge asked calmly. Dumbledore asked calmly. Fingerprints? Fingerprints? Yeah. Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. The fingerprints are on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for right? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good. And to be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. Okay, good, we got that. Let's see. The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here. Hey, you're right. I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Too much time has passed since I met you for you to make fun of my grammar. No, I was thinking of like... well, I mean... But, yeah. But I just thought it was kind of funny that it's, like, it's like the difference between, like, helping your Uncle Jack off of a horse, and then helping your uncle jack off a horse. That's the importance of commas. Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels. Oh, that makes sense. Wouldn't it be easier just to build the place slanted, sir? I fail to see how we can consider that to be even a remotely good idea. Gotcha, you did indeed. I've been had. Fuck. Let's see, what else can I do here? This sword represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Never heard of that one. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life would I have had if I hadn't joined the homicide division? So you think about that kind of thing too, huh? Of course I do. Think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. I guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force. Oh, so I think I might have already told you about this, but... Truth is, when I was a little kid, you wanted to become a wizard, right? Hey, that's amazing! How'd you know that? So, what'd you think? I'd make a really great one, don't you think? We just had this conversation a little while ago, Detective. And this shows Maya's mother, and Mia's mother, and Pearl's aunt. You'd make a great wizard, Dick. My god. What else can I do here? Maybe the bell? I can see a small bell tower from here. Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. We call a person who tells a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings a bell a Bella? Or a true-up for a guy who tells the truth? Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. Gumshoe? Ah! Oh my god. Whatever works, man. I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. Okay, if not there... Hey, Arkwade, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Already asked him about all that. And she's in questioning, most likely. Or not. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind. I didn't go on all my messages to see any messages since Kage said hello. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess that happens sometimes. But I've already told you everything that I... Have you? You'd have said no to every fucking message sent between Kage's entrance and mine. Yikes. That's why I always have mine in, like, all comments as opposed to top comments. Because it creates a more interesting discussion. Iris, please remember. I'm on your side. You can tell me anything. Until I become the prosecutor. Yes, thank you. Why aren't racers called... Never mind. Why aren't artists called drawers? I think we should call racers the car people. Oh, that's pretty racist. As opposed to, you know... We should look on racers with their culture, you know? With them, with their cars and all that. I'm a big fan of races. I'm a bit of a racist myself. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. Man, what do you think it was like being the first dodo bird to be eaten by a person? I mean, think about it. You probably see this giant bipedal ape, you're like, oh hey, maybe it's a friend. You walk up to it, it kills you. Then all the other ones did too. They walked up and they got eaten. I wonder what dodo bird tastes like. Probably just like chicken, but anyway. Aside from all of what I just said, this is the type of stuff that would go down in the Discord server I'm in. Oh, I bet. This seems like a Discord server chat. YouTube chat is kind of like that too, where it's like, it has the record of what everyone says for a little bit, and then you just kind of gotta scroll past it. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Stunim with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well. What? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says that she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night. Oh, is Eek... I mean, there's Neko Arc. Oh, yeah. There's a Neko Arc in that server? Amazing. You gotta have the gif of Neko Arc dancing, right? Nya 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 nya. Okay. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks. Oh, she's a psycho, alright. Whenever Arcway and Echo Arc meet, it's just... Oh... I was frightened. Holy shit, I forgot I have no health. Yeah. Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I've already told you that.
You said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case... Whew. I don't know why I'm so drowsy today. I shouldn't be. Oh. Then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder. Is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room? I want to say... Oh, it's the blackmail thing, isn't it? There we go. I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
Ah, that's...
You're on life support, Arrow. I have... It's like that meme of the Dark Souls guy, but he's like covered in those giant arrows that are like impaling him. Echo Arc person does have an Echo Arc dancing gif. Nice. Say, I don't need to say, no. If I fail this, it just sends me back to the beginning of the thing. I don't have to save for this part. I will have to save in the trial, because I will be, fucked, as the kids say. Well, Iris?
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct?
Ah!
Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? It'd be much easier if it was your glare. Don't disconnect your own IV bag. No, but like, that little bit of IV is always there. It's like surviving on 1 health the entire time. Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But Mr. Edgeworth...
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
Well, I guess everyone who would know her is dead other than the Phoenix, so... Oh cool, you guys are playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. What'd you think of it? I've only played the second one. I wonder about that.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. I hate that it only levels up characters in your team. Ooh, that does sound rough. Unfortunately, I don't know what the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. There it is! Phoenix Wright.
Ah!
You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you don't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his.
Yeah, problem solved. I got half my health back. I'm gonna waste it immediately. Oh, you wanted to use Deadpool, but you had to use higher level characters. Well, I do think the one advantage of that slightly is that you can use the higher level characters and just slot in a new character, new team, so that way you can just kinda, I guess just bring them in without having to worry too much about them. Want to use remote camera? Yeah, I remember, I don't know if Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 had the overhead camera, but I remember thinking like, I don't know. Basically playing this game with from the grave with how little HP you have left. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save a lot during the trial.
After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge.
A small shack, huh? I do like how they have Yuri Lowenthal Spider-Man in it, though. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Huh. I know that, the second game had, like, exclusive characters to, like, various consoles. I think... I was kind of sad when I was playing it, because I think Blade was exclusive to the Wii version, and I didn't have that one. So I couldn't, like, play as Blade. But, yeah, anyways, interesting about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I'll have to look into getting that, because Firewall, I think, brought that up the other day, too. I'll have to see about that. Oh yeah, while I have a lot of people here, I'm just going to say this really quick. I'm not going to be able to stream next week due to some work stuff, but I will be back the week after that. May even be a video in it for you while I'm gone. Maybe I'll find the time to do that, but yeah, I can't really confirm any streaming plans for this upcoming week. Really, Spider-Gwen is, oh, fucking what's her name? Allegra Clark. Oh, Blade is DLC in the game. Okay, now we're talking. A small shack, huh? Small shack, huh? There's 3 DLCs. Oh, nice.
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where is it on this map?
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall.
First DLC is Blade, Moon Knight, Morbius, and the Punisher. Oh, I can morb? I can morb in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Yeah, Blade is a very enticing one. I also like Punisher and Moon Knight, so that's pretty cool.
I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart?
Yes.
Looks as though I may have to visit this heavenly hall now. The second one had Phoenix, Jean Grey, Iceman, Gambit, and Cable. Okay, so yeah, it's like an X-Men DLC. That's pretty cool. Iceman has always been one of my favorite X-Men. I think he's pretty cool. And third is Fantastic Four. Nice. I would have thought Fantastic Four would be in the base game. They seem like kind of, you know, like mainstay characters, you know? Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Iris's testimony added to the court record. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix can see each other once again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
I like how they added Cyclops and Colossus for free, though. Oh, nice! I like Cyclops. You know, Colossus too, I didn't like him that much before the Deadpool movies, but, like, I was like, you know what? Colossus is pretty sweet. I like Colossus. Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am.
Interesting, but I'll get back to her later. Oh, look at that. It even has like a little sign to Heavenly Hall right there. Oh, God. Dare I progress past this meager little screen? I know Larry's gonna do something stupid. February 8th, Heavenly Hall. Final boss, I remember my two characters, cause you got two in co-op, were Ghost Rider and Psylocke. Oh, nice! Yours are Black Panther and Storm, because they were my highest level ones. Good choices, very cool. February 8th, Heavenly Hall. Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. And it's gonna be Butts. Oh, why? Why does this always happen? You tell me. Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. This one died this time. What? I even chased one of them to Japan. Next it's gonna be to prison, I guess. Or the afterlife. I did use Psylocke for the entire time since I unlocked her, though. Nice. I'll steal the detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Larry. What would stealing an empty wallet do for you? I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down in his luck. For the last time, Larry, I'm not helping you out of another broken restraining order. I like that the implication is that he's done this before. Alright, Larry, this is your one, he said, knowing that it was multiple times. He's just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that? What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! About what you just said. I got an objection!
Objection! What the Reggie, you dirty rat!
Gumshoe, you oaf. I'm sorry, sir. White Venom looks so wrong, though. Wait, what? Is it like anti-venom? Or is it like literally just Venom but white? Huh. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection. And in a loud, commanding voice, too. Objection! I even pointed with my pointer finger. I still think it would be fun to have, like, in the next Ace Attorney game if Gumshoe showed up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, anti-venom, yeah. You've watched too many trials. I'm sorry. Yeah, anti-venom. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? Anti-venom, I think he's an interesting concept as a character. Especially with, like, remember, did any of you ever play Spider-Man Edge of Time? I thought that was a pretty cool game. Alright, Larry, what you got? What is this little shack, anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist! I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's, artistic. Not to be confused with autistic. Which I am. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, and it looks like it's about to collapse. Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal. One thing's for sure, no one is likely to show up and disturb you here. I can get you something to... So can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe? He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir. Listen to me, Edgy. You've got to do this. You've got to save Iris! That's right. It was me. I jerked you off at super speed to make it seem like you nutted at Iris's touch. Larry, are you acoustic? No, Gumshoe, acoustic is what a guitar is. You're asking him if he's autistic. I'm an artist! That too. Oh, Star-Lord's good in it. Nice. Like, I knew I heard that some of the Guardians of the Galaxies were in there. Like, Tornado and the Fire Element and the Electric Element combining was cool. Interesting. I'll have to think about that when I get it. Might have to wait for, like, a holiday sale or something. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute?
Watch your mouth! Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl.
You mean you're going to Larry that girl? Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you?
Oh, no, not yet. I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagine that I could marry such a beautiful girl like that.
Oh, you're playing Borderlands games right now. Yeah, nice. I think the only one I ever actually beat was 2, but 2 was so good that it's like, you know, you just kind of got to. I need to get back to that.
You'd never imagine that I could marry such a beautiful girl like that.
Something tells me he would be shocked indeed.
That's why I didn't want him to do anything dangerous.
Playing 1 and 2 on Switch. Oh, nice.
I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt?
What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile back. The Switch stores has to be cooked. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. By getting an SD card. Or like a giant expansion drive thing. Oh boy. If there's one thing that they probably should improve with, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 and Borderlands 1 and 2, yeah, you've got no space left in that thing. Yikes. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Oh god. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night?
Aw, man, don't you have anything else to talk about? That kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. Aw. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. There was a dog that was talking. It was all like, "Ruh-roh, Larry."
Raggy? Where are my resticles?
I saw something incredible.
Oh yeah, unless you have an SD card, yeah. But even when you beat Borderlands 1 and 2, if you uninstall them, it'll be fine.
Dragger, Slayer, slipping on the real T-Hunty God.
What? What do you... Is that a song? It has to be a song, but like, what? I have to imagine anyone will get that reference. Yeah, I'm a little lost there, sorry. This isn't one of those times where I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I'm sorry, this time I don't. Something incredible? Oh god damn it, Larry, what now?
Yeah, let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water.
Why hasn't he realized that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him? Let's see, can I break the psycho locks yet? For some reason, everyone on the Arcade server thinks I'm British. Well, are you? Is that why? Is it because you are? You can call the original gangster more times than you can count. Well, as it would happen, I too am an original gangster. It's from a drag show. Oh, okay, yeah. I've been meaning to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about, but yeah, it seems interesting to me. I like the part where they say like, "sashay away," and then they like have to leave the stage. All right, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night.
Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk.
Huh? That was a bit too easy.
Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. And around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, ding! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. She's dead, by the way.
And then?
Then it was on fire! The bridge was on fire!
Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your very own eyes?
Yay! Well, why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth.
Oh, it's a different show. Okay, yeah. Any chance I would have heard of it? There's still 3 Psycho Locks remaining. It means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen?
Where you say? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question.
I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be?
As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there.
There? What do you mean there?
It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike the Dusky Bridge from your room. There it is. Alright, now I can get it. This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple.
What am I looking for?
I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here.
What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
I don't read people. Of course you don't try. You don't, cause you're a Christian. Of course you don't. Of course you don't tie, cause you're a Christian. There's a show named, Well, now I have to watch it. Well, how about it?
How about what?
Do you feel like talking now?
About what? Who, me?
My God, Larry. Looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then, where were you? The only one I actually respect for saying a French word to me was when I told them I was French, the Necoarch person. She just said, merde, which means shit in French. I'm French. Shit. Oh, the most based reaction to a French person ever.
You don't know what I wasn't in my room.
So where was Larry and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. was naturally Heavenly Hall. Oh good, I got it this time! He's gonna give me back all the life that I spent trying to do that.
It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could fall apart at any minute.
Larry? How do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. Last week I think Arcwade said something like, last week I ate an alligator in French. A common phrase, I'm sure.
Uh-oh.
In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset.
I have to admit I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick.
And that's nice. Now tell me. What were you doing at this cold little shack last night?
I'm not afraid, I will read a bitch, I will read you to filth. That should be what Phoenix says whenever he uses the Magatama.
I'm not afraid, I will read a bitch. I will read you to filth.
That's what you might call fair decor.
I think you mean a fair decor.
Hey look, French. That's a French word.
Could it be you were waiting for someone?
Oh no. You really are one scary guy, you know.
I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. It's gotta be her, right? There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry.
I told you before, don't call me Larry.
The person you were waiting for was Iris. Most average conversation between server owner Arcade and server moderator me. That's a me reference. You're literally Ace Attorney. Exactly! We are all literally Ace Attorney. You're French. I spoke French for the 5 seconds that I read that line for.
Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy.
No doubt because of my chilly glare.
So you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her? Or are you just guessing?
This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris. Let's talk to you about it. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10. If you need to watch just one clip from RuPaul's Drag Race, look up the Reading is Fundamental Jujubee, and the show is basically peaked there. I'll keep that in mind. I'll take a look at that. Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter.
Oh, hey, give that back! You're embarrassing me! What are you doing with that anyway?
That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry.
What do you mean?
Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, whoa!
First of all, what's at the top of this letter? It says, salutation here.
Well, that's what it said in that book, Letter Writing for Dummies.
You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris.
Ah, I'm so sorry!
Oh, Larry. And like that, I'm back to full health, and I got it from the very guy who drained it out of me. So you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you?
Sorry, Edgy.
Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag. Threatening a young lady like that. Gulp. Wait, hold up. What now, pal?
What are you talking about? What threatening stuff?
I'll tell you what. You tried to scare Iris by threatening to expose a secret, pal.
What do you mean, threaten? When did I threaten her?
Unless you want your secret to be exposed. It sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact.
Give me a break, it's a love letter! Haven't you ever been in love?
What did you just say?
My love for her burns so hotly it can melt all the snow on this mountain.
Wait, what's the secret you mentioned?
Come on, Edgy. Don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me. Obviously, she wouldn't want Old Lady Bikini to know about it, right?
That implies that I watch Drag Race show on a regular basis, which I really don't. Well, I mean, I don't either, but like, you know, even if you do, no judgment here, man. We all watch stuff.
About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair.
Why is it flavored two different things? Alright, then why did you send a love letter in a business-like manila envelope?
Give me a break, it's not my fault I didn't have any other envelopes. Yeesh.
Why is it always blackmail? That's kind of racist, man. Why were you quick to apologize, pal?
It's because Edgy gave me that scary look of his. What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
That's it? That's what those huge locks were about? I don't understand why you were so defensive.
Well, I don't know either. Yeah, I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on, don't let it get you down.
But Mr. Edgeworth, this guy's still hiding something. This guy's still hiding something. I know it. What do you mean, Detective? Don't forget what this guy just said a minute ago.
If you really want to know, last night I saw something incredible.
He's right. Larry.
What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone.
I think that's the first time Gumshoe has actually done something helpful. Actually, helpful for Edgeworth, not for, in general. There's the type of guy to sell his car for gas money. I could absolutely see that being a joke in future Ace Attorney games. Just imagine it now, like, Larry, did you sell your car? Well, yeah, I needed the gas money. But, Larry, you need the gas for your car. Larry.
It wasn't my fault, Nick! What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone.
What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another, I will legalize torture in this country.
I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge.
Yes, and I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true.
What doesn't?
If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. What are you doing here, Mama? Go back to Chinatown, girl. Christ. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. You saw Bikini naked, didn't you?
What? When? Where? Why? How?
What, when, where, why, and how? Have any of you ever seen Spy Kids? That was a great... Spy Kids 1 through 3, I will stand by that. That is some fantastic, like, children's films right there. My God, when I have kids someday, I'm going to show them those movies. Granted, how am I going to have kids as an android? Good question. I'll figure something out. But something like that. Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal. Again? Thou shalt be shitting me. No! What's wrong, sir? Does this mean I have to do it all over again? Oh my God, I have fractured memories of watching Spy Kids. Yeah, I haven't seen it in years, but I remember thinking that it was, like, fantastic.
What are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning?
I've just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. Oh, to be continued. Alright. God damn it. I can keep going a little bit more. I probably should stop wait. Edgeworth is ODing. Yeah, dude, he was not having a good go of things. Let me think. I probably could go on a little more, but I am gonna have to stop shortly into the trial, so... Do I want to stop here, or do I want to go a little further? You know what, this probably seems like a good stopping point. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. Unfortunately, as I've said, I will not be streaming next week, but as the week after that, basically it should be the week of the 28th, I will be back to streaming and resuming normal activities. I can promise it will only last a week this time. That's gonna be... I know last time I said something like, oh, maybe it'll be like next week. It was a month. Disregard that. This time it will absolutely be a week. And then I'll be back, and we can get back to our normal activities of me failing to notice basic things in Resident Evil, and Ace Attorney, and Dragon Quest. Basically, I need to work on my observation skills. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. I'll be back in a week, and I hope to see you all there. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and goodbye for now.